Morning again. I can't believe when I'm tired I put my king just where it's going to be slaughtered right in the morning. I think it's important to make that decision well, even if you're tired. Where do you put your king for king safety? Because there's no point like playing positioning, etc. if your king's just going to get slaughtered with simple moves from the opponent, simple line opening moves. This happens even in longer games. I placed the king incorrectly, and it's just, it's just awful. So king safety is key, whatever anyone says, and making the decision where you put your king is often, just as strategically important as other stuff. Right, so this is a kind of hedgehog. I wonder if knight d5 is coming. Yes. Right, losing that dark square bishop was a pain. Is it absolutely terrible? It may not be. Of course, d6 is potentially a pain as well. There's knight e5 here though. Try and weaken the opponent's king position. I suppose you could take then bishop d6. Maybe rook c6. See if I will take it. So I think because of rook c6, maybe this is not playable at the moment. And I have weakened these light squares. So can I make the most out of them? Maybe knight e4 to g5. Would seem a natural swinging knight to threaten knight h3 check. In fact, queen d4, knight g5 threatens also knight f3, forking queen and king. So I don't know if he's become obsessed by I'll play this, by this d6 pawn, but it's not a big deal in the scheme of things. d6. Or the loss of that dark square bishop. Anyway, compared to the last game, the king's kind of safer here, so even if I get done in position-y on d6 and lose d6, it's not the end of the world. But casting straight into a raging attack is the end of the game. So queen h4, there's knight f3, forking king and queen there. I'm also threatening knight f3 and knight h3, king f1, queen h1 mate. So I think this is tricky because of the queen placement. What does he do? If knight g2, there's still knight f3, one of the knights to f3. There were two knights facing me in the recent North London 5-minute when I was playing I Am Trent. I was black and he had knights on h4 and f4 and was threatening knight g6, any knight to g6 after taking on e7. It was awful. So two knights working like this can be amazing tactically. Just eyeing the square here. Alright, so should I just go for the queen then? Well, knight h3, there's king h2, you see. So I'll go for the queen. Queen h1. Oh, the rook is protected at the moment. So how about b5? Try and unprotect the rook first. So tempting to take on d6. So queen h1. I take the rook. Okay. Otherwise b4. Okay. Can I just play calm now, just rook c6, nothing clever. Just protect d6 for the moment. Maybe queen b6 to c5 or a5. a4, that's familiar pattern from the last game, a5 and a4. Just using the a file basically. Okay. a5, a4 it is. Unless this is becoming troublesome. F5 maybe. So if knight f6, king f7. I know I'm tired. I hope I'm not going to get mated. The banana should be kicking in soon. So with that, hopefully some basic calculation ability should arrive. So knight f6, king f7, as takes and knight g5 check, unfortunately. So I'm putting myself in hot water. Ah, that's not so bad, I think. Okay, as long as I don't take. How about just rook a6? h6. Stop this knight g5. In fact, you know, I had queen takes f3 there, didn't I? Oh god, and now I've just dropped g6. Oh. Wake up! Alright, so the plan now is just to take, maybe, and use this 7th rank. If I can. In fact, queen h1 would be a major threat if my rook is carding e2. So let him take, because queen h1 will be mating. Surely queen h1 is mate here. Yep, it is. Okay. Yes. So, strange game. I didn't mean to fall for knight d5, but if I'd taken here takes, it just looks unpleasant. This bishop is going to mean that. It's just going to end up with a massive pawn on c6. So I got him excited about the d6 pawn, but he lost his light square control. So this was actually a cool move, I think, here for knight g5, threatening knight f3 and knight h3. So I picked up his queen, then started blundering myself again with with allowing knight f6. I think this was not taking on f3 was silly, of course. But finally I managed to see my way for queen h1. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.